and welcome back to Stroot Mansion. I have another work week video for you today. Last week I did not have a chance to put together a work video because it was just kind of a super busy week getting a ton of stuff done. Once again, I would like to remind you that this is not a typical work week or even 2 weeks worth of work. This is the buildup of months and months of work just kind of coming to a head and being really like visibly awesome and impactful. So this week I laid a floor, grouted that floor, and then finished up the trim in the half bathroom, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So there's a lot I want to talk about here. So this feels really vulnerable to me because I want to share with you that this is not what I was planning on doing, but what I had to do because I made a mistake earlier. And we're going to be nice about it, and we're not going to make fun of me, and if I cry, we're going to ignore it. Okay? Okay. So I really love the black and white hexagon tiles. If you recall, I did this in my kitchen. The previous owner had laid like these square tiles with like a design on them, and there was like a slight possibility when I was a new homeowner who did not know the products of Lowe's and Home Depot better that they were original. And then once I realized they weren't original, I was like, oh, these are going. I'm gonna do something that's a little bit more me, a little bit more unique and fun, whatever. So I laid these hexagon tiles on my counter and I loved them, and ever since I did those, I've been thinking like, okay, I'm gonna do this on a bigger scale. I wanna do this in the bathroom. So my plan for the bathroom floor has always been basically my countertop, but at a much larger scale. I did lots of research on like old patterns that might have been in Victorian homes. And just, I saved tons and tons and tons of photos. I wanted to do hex tiles for like the center and then squares as like a border. And then in that border, I would have like a design. It was very ambitious, but totally something I'm capable of. And especially because, like I said, I already did something slightly similar on my counter, except I did all hexagons. But I just wanted to add in a different shape because I saw that that was something that a lot of older tile work had. So I thought it would be super cool. My dad helped me draw up a couple patterns of what I might do in the bathroom, and I ended up deciding on this one, which was just going to be like a zigzag pattern of squares. So I bought all the tiles for that. I mapped out my square directly in the center. The square was square. It was perfect. I did a dry fit of my tiles, of my hexagon tiles, and then realized even though I had done all of this really careful measuring and planning, that the room was so out of square and just so out of whack that like it would never look good. I mean, okay, maybe that's just me being really anxious and nervous to tackle such a big project, such a like eye-catching project that like if I messed up, it would have been goofy. You would have walked into that room and been like, oh, why is it so funhouse? And I didn't want that. So I guess I kind of chickened out on what I originally wanted to do, and that stinks. It doesn't feel good. I feel a little bit like a failure, which is really silly because when I think back, like when we bought this house, I did not have any skills relating to home renovation. I didn't know how to hang something on the wall by myself. Like truly, like that sounds so stupid and so like, but I didn't have the confidence to do that. It just like was like, oh, is it gonna fall? Is this strong enough? Is this the right screw? Should I pre-drill? Like I didn't understand those things. And now I'm out here like laying my own floors and doing things, and I'm still very much learning, and you should always be learning. But like, it's silly to feel sad about this when I know that like Kayla from 3 years ago would probably just be pooping her pants that I was, I don't know, even hanging things on the wall without begging for help. So, I don't know. I guess the big struggle with this one comes from the fact that it's my fault that the room is crooked. So, I could have made the room square. When I gutted this room and rehung drywall, I just hung it on the framing that was already there, the studs that were already there. Like, I didn't question whether or not it was square. It never like occurred to me that it would be a big deal if it wasn't square, because I don't know, it's not a big deal. And like everything with this house, like if she's a little goofy, it's because she's 150. She's still standing. We're not gonna, pick on her. It's like, it's frustrating to me as someone who tries so hard to do projects to the best of my abilities and to perfection, even though I am still learning. Yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating. I just feel like I'm dropping my sentences here. I guess I just wanted to share that sometimes it doesn't turn out exactly the way you want it to, or you have to abandon a plan. But I did lay the tiles. I did end up just kind of getting rid of the square tile design idea and just did what I had planned for the center tile in the whole room. And it's still a statement. It's still fun. It's still very quirky. It turned out really nice. I'm quite happy with it. I'm trying not to feel like bummed out about not being able to do my plan A, because the plan B turned out gorgeous. So let me show you my work week clips. All of that laid and it dried for a day, then I grouted, which I always love grouting. I think it's super fun. It's kind of like stressful in the way that it dries so quickly and then you have to like clean it up, but like it's fun. I just love like squishing it in between all of the tiles. I think it's a really fun job. I love grouting. I wish I had more excuses to grout. While that was drying, I painted all of the trim that my dad and I had made I wish I had footage of this. I don't know why I wasn't filming this. We made this a couple weeks ago, so before I relaunched the YouTube channel, but just ripped 2x4s, 1x6s, just like regular lumber that you can get anywhere. Then we just used the router to make one-of-a-kind, really cool trim pieces for the whole bathroom. I will tell you that I was not a huge like trim advocate before buying this house, but now I am just falling more and more in love with trim, and especially now that I have a router. I think it is so cool to make pieces like this. I love being a part of my house's history in such a way that I am like taking these objects that are literal just pieces of wood and making them into something that's so beautiful and decorative. I'm obsessed with trim. And especially once you see this bathroom, oh my gosh. Okay. And after those were completely dry, my dad came over and helped me hang all of those in the bathroom. And let me tell you, they look amazing. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Huge like trim fan before moving into this house. Not even moving into that house. It was once we started making our own that I was like, yes, I get this. And after finishing up the bathroom and just getting that all hung, I'm ready to trim out every room. I just want to add more decorative pieces, more, bigger, fatter. I just love it. So, yeah. I just need to fill all of my nail holes and screw holes on that trim and give it one final coat of green paint to really finish it up. Then it'll be time to reinstall the toilet and the sink, and I guess the bathroom's finished. So I'm not going to show you any footage of what the bathroom looks like right now with the work that we got done. You can see what you can see in all of my work footage, but I do want to kind of maybe save a big reveal until the end. I hope that you don't mind that too much, but I want to show you when the nail holes are finished. I guess that's my big thing, is it just seems silly to show you like with these holes. I don't know. I'm very excited though. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you like me being a little bit more vulnerable with my work, because I feel very anxious about sharing that. Especially because, like I said, the mistake is mine. I should have made sure that the room was square when I hung drywall. But like, to be honest, just me hanging drywall and refinishing this room on my own, not on my own, my dad helped obviously, but like, I didn't know how to do that at all. So doing that period is exciting to me, and there are always more things to learn, and I'm always going to be getting better. And with my next room, I will obviously know that maybe making it square should be more of a priority. Or maybe not, because I'm not going to do some sort of silly tile design. But I don't know. See you next time.
What?
It looks so good.
What?
This! I just love it.
I'm glad you're happy.
Don't you think it looks good?